Kelly, come here. Would you be upset if I got on a podcast and had a $50,000 sign-on bonus?
Phil, do you know the internet at all?
Yes, I do.
Do you hear yourself right now?
Why do you take my
Cobra.
50K
Shout out
from
to
me?
my song.
Oh man. See, I didn't know you put me on the spot. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what we do. That's an interview.
This is a discussion that cannot be just made by me. It has to be made by my wife. You know, we have to talk about it because.
Why does his wife got to talk about it?
You know, sorry, Keem. Can I criticize you fairly if I?
What? How does that conversation go? Let me have that conversation. Kelly, come here.
Yes.
Would you be upset if I got on a podcast and had a $50,000 sign-on bonus?
No.
Cool. That's all.
If I'm reasonable and don't, not under the belt, can I be honest
Good
about
talk.
it?
Good talk, yeah.
You can say whatever you want.
These conversations.
Phil just said he couldn't make that choice because he had to talk to his wife.
I'm not done.
Okay,
Go
but
ahead.
let's dig
Okay.
deeper. How
So-
when is the podcast
Keem,
done?
you
How
are
many
someone
podcasts a
who,
week?
when you look at your history,
Does
on
it
the internet,
matter?
It's very interesting, and I'm
Kinda.
actually.
I doubt it's going to take all
Damn.
day.
Is the
You know what I'm saying?
podcast
Like,
going to
I
follow
watched a
them
documentary
around all
about it.
day?
No, the podcast.
started off
It's literally
really-
audio. You get together and you talk.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
You
where
turn that
the
into a-
podcast
Yeah.
is, but I'm like,
Of money on
I'm not a
YouTube.
podcast.
You know what I'm
like,
saying? That's crazy. That's so
I mean,
admirable.
if
And
we
if
were doing a
anything, one of
reality
the
show,
things you
you'd have to talk
absolutely
about
need to be
that.
praised.
Yeah, reality show's one thing. That's cameras
We're
following you
shut
around.
down
This guy's
time
turning the
after
podcast
time.
down and has to talk to his
False
wife about
copyright
it.
strikes, real takedown requests,
Maybe
all
he thinks
kinds
it
of shit.
would be
People wanted
bad for
you
his
off the
image.
net, right?
He
You're
has
still
a
there.
very, you
never
he
gave
does
up.
have a very
Damn,
good
that's a
image
success
to
story.
uphold.
So you're saying that Phil is turning down $50,000 because he wants to protect his image.
Yes.
Phil's image.
I'm being sarcastic here.
Okay.
I was being sarcastic.
It sounds familiar, dude.
Yeah.
I guess.
It literally sounds like you.
I'm
I
never.
I don't
It's
really
true.
think
We
about it
just
like that.
we just heard your story, and it is. Craig's absolutely right.
Okay. Now, at the end of the day, all right, when you look at what Keem has done and what I have done, I'll probably be forgotten. I'll just be a fart in the wind, right? I got 100,000 videos on the internet. No one's going to remember Darkside Phil besides
know
the guy
what?
who
No, I
jerked
can't
off
say
on
that.
stream. And, probably this WWE Champions thing will go away eventually, just like everything else. Who cares? But Keem, has a big body of work. He's known. But when you look at how Keem made...
I'm going to go here. And Phil's doing that woe is me shit right now. I want to point out that Morgan Freeman was a factory worker until he was in his 50s. Before he started in his first movie, which was Driving Miss Daisy. In his 50s, before he became an actor. And Phil is like signing his life off like he can never top beating his dick in front of a camera.
his money. Okay. Again, I'm going off documentaries and things I've seen. I mean, Keem, you have to openly admit that there were a lot of things that you've done that you probably have no issue with whatsoever. You always feel from your perspective, because there's always two perspectives on everything, right?
Holy shit, Phil! I gotta say, this is fucking rich coming from you right now, though.
Yeah,
you're getting your information from the detractors that Keem has. And that's where you're
he's
basing
in
this
Street
on.
Smart?
When this whole episode, you have been talking
I remember,
about
I always
how
thought
much
whole Driving
shit
Miss Daisy was the
your
first one.
detractors have made other people think about you. Like, do you hear yourself right now?
Indeed, I do. That's the nature
Okay.
of the beast. That's how YouTube works, man. That's how all this works, right?
Fuck, man.
You're right. So, from what I've heard and seen about Keem, I call them a misery broker. All right, Keem, on a day when you have a good day, it's because someone else is having a bad day. Someone else has drama going on. Someone else has horrible things happening in their life. It's your good day, man. It's time for you to blow that up, and then you interject like a shoe wedge. Zoop.
What Phil doesn't understand is not because trust me, drama is the lowest common denominator for fucking entertainment value, but people always gravitate to it. The money wasn't because of the content. The money was because he was feeling a need. Like, generally, you make money when you feel a need. And instead of people having to actively seek out drama or content, he brought it all to one space. And so when he started attracting people That attracts advertisers, and that also creates a platform to air these grievances out. That's the same thing PKA was for the longest time. Like, PKA was the podcast for like our generation of gamers. Whereas, like, if something in gaming went down, you went on PKA.
Get into that life, get into that drama, right? You got to be a part of it. And now get them on your show so that you can pull this out to be not just a one-time thing, but now it's going to be pulled on for weeks and weeks. If there's something,
Phil, do you know the internet at all? Do you know the internet at all?
Yes, I do.
Do you see who's successful on the internet? I mean,
yes.
Yeah, I would probably be more successful if I talk shit on people, but like I don't, and you know, I do what I can because that's just where I'm at, you know. So it's like you can't be upset when people use the algorithms for their advantage, which Keem seems to have figured out.
You're right. And at one point I was a really stupid, jealous guy. Man, I feel like I'm putting out content that's not harmful to anyone. I'm just doing gameplay. I'm dicking around on the internet here with my viewers, and this guy gets over.
I mean, if Phil wants to do the woe is me shit, he should do the actual woe is me shit, not the way he's doing it. Like, the one thing Phil has a grievance for is that dealing with the level of detractors he has for the level he has done it makes you defeated, and it really beats you down and makes you question your self-worth. That's the woe is me shit I could get behind with Phil. Like, all the shit he's talking about.
And he's doing this drama content.
I mean, like, you're an adult.
Saying it's hurtful, you know. You're right. At the same
time,
time,
I don't make content that hurts anybody.
Everyone has what's called a moral compass, correct? And, you know, I've been talking about this on my streams recently. I was raised a Roman Catholic. All right, I'm not religious anymore, by the way. So this is not like an excuse, but I grew up with certain morals, all right, and values. And to me, if the only way that I can get over on the internet and get or just get over in life is by stepping on other people.
Somebody asked this man, why didn't he take the 50K?
I would rather be.
I don't think that's what Keem's doing when he's making videos.
No, motherfucker, like, why didn't he take the 50K?
Yeah.
Why did he take my 50K for me?
I saw him in chat earlier, you know, and
like,
tweeted us out.
50K, I'll pay attention. I'll listen to you. I'll give it a shot.
You know, he monetized the haters.
I was gonna say, and like they should have like translated it over to the fucking WWE Hogan pools.
Great guy.
Like, this is like 2,000 Hogan pools here, bud.
I don't think talking shit about people on the internet somehow changes who you are, right? As your moral compass. I mean, you said moral compass. And it's like, come on, dude. Like,
can I ask Phil a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely.
Phil, listen. All right, if me running Dromeler is like taking advantage of people's misery, right? Because the way I understand it, for how you're explaining it, is like a YouTuber will get canceled, and then I cover the story on my platform, or you know, you had the fappening, right? And I covered the story on my platform that I'm making money off of other people's downfalls, right? That's the way you see it.
Yes.
Well, there's people on YouTube that run documentaries on important things that happen on the internet. They're also in the same situation, correct?
What do you mean by that?
They're making money. They're making money on a newsworthy story on the internet.
Like factual reporting of things that are happening, like a news network. Like, what do you mean?
Of course.
He's talking about Sunny V2
on these stories as well. But there are YouTubers, right? They're commentators, and then there's commentators that do like documentary style stuff. That
there's a guy right now who wants to
on the
interview
internet. You're
me
saying that
named Kira
every
TV.
single one of them.
I gotta decide what I want to do with that
because they're voicing their opinions on what's going on.
Well, simply voicing your opinion is one thing, Keem, but let's take a look at your history here. There's been documented cases.
Yeah, I can lower my mic level.
Where you've actually staged stuff and extrapolated drama in situations where it didn't really exist. There's evidence of this. People have admitted
Explain
to
that. Explain that.
Yeah, tell me more. I'm not aware of these.
The documentary I watched last year, but June the King made this one. And I guess there was a situation with a YouTuber, and I forget if he was a Minecraft YouTuber or another YouTuber. And, you know, originally he appeared supposedly as an upfront,
I don't want to get into this. Like, I've seen how they interact with Phil.
That he had been with underage
I'm
girls
good.
Or something like that. Okay.
I already know what that's going to be.
Later on, the whole, or at least part of it, was orchestrated between the two behind the scenes. Like, I guess he wanted to get back at someone, his ex or his current girlfriend, and Keem participated in that setup situation.
I I have no idea what you're
See you,
talking
Chuck.
about. That doesn't even sound legit whatsoever. I have no idea what you're
You have
talking
the right
about.
to deny it. That's fine.
But-
you know what? It's out there. Just so you know, that
Well,
shit's out there, man.
But
Once
I just
again,
want to
Phil.
say, like, you participated in supporting a YouTuber, all right?